Before I say anything, this was going to be an FNF mod, then an RPG about creepypastas. I mean, it definitely looks like it, but this will be the inspiration for a game idea I've had. The plot is simple. You're a large island, like a pretty big one. But beings from a place known as the Realm of Madness have invaded. But they can't bring themselves into reality, or else, well, it essentially crashes. You know? So, they have to possess other people. They have to possess other people and use them as vessels. You have to find out who is a vessel and who is a human. It's basically it's mixing Final Fantasy with Mafia. Like I said, clearly it used to be an FNF song mod. But these guys will be the protagonists. They won't look like this, obviously, but hey. First area, the Verdant Mountains, or the Grass Plains, or whatever. Mission 1 will have you fight against this guy, or who he'll be replaced by. He's going to be one of the most persistent threats. This would be his rematch. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention. Every time, like, near the end of the fight, the Elder One possessing the vessel will slowly start to will unleash part of its power, but the vessel will become more broken and distorted. Like in this final fight. Well, final for now. And these guys, well, they're just kind of minions. They can control the dead. These are also probably going to be possessed by elder beings. This guy is the Lord, one of only 5 beings that actually escapes. Yeah, he slowly mutates over the phase of the fight, eventually ending in this rematch. Once again, these guys would be replaced by the Elder Ones. Here's Cursed, probably going to be an ally, like a merchant. Then this one. Yeah, they'll probably be an early route mission, probably the first kill. Just ignore him. This little doll, I don't know, an eldritch one possessing a doll. And then another ally, probably maybe an old man. Then it breaking out of the doll. Okay, this is where the creepy stuff begins. So yeah, normal fight with this dude, and then halfway it turns into this. This just flat out doesn't try to disguise it. Oh yeah, sure, there's some robots too or something. No, again, replaced. These two could probably be like rebels. Maybe you can fight them because they believe you to be Elder Ones. These two would probably be the ones they're trying to track, along with this guy. So you could help them with a big side quest. Oh yeah, this one. Maybe this one could be possessing someone instead of just fully taking them over. They could be a weaker being trying to take them over, but failing. That could be interesting. And then this would be a colossal one. An entity that's able to fully that's able to at least partially manifest, you know? They can't go much farther, otherwise reality just kind of blows up. This guy is a secret. And yeah, this guy is a victim of the Elder Ones, and that is one of the Elder Ones. Again, they won't look like this, but I will be using their designs as reference points. Like this guy. And him. Honestly, I think there's a lot you could do with this idea of basically Eldritch Mafia or Eldritch Werewolf. All these guys in the same shot. And of course, some more side missions. Yeah. Spooky stuff. More stuff. Final rematch. Unlike the first dude, he gets killed. Yeah. Roller coaster, these two. This guy. Yeah, he looks cool. I really like the look of this guy. Can't ignore him. Yeah, this stuff, it could be really good if executed well. Yeah, more demonic looking entities could definitely be fair enough. Like, these could be like some of them could be base enemies. I want them to have at least varying designs. Several varying designs. Like, I don't know, brutes or something. And joke characters. There we go. Yeah, again, like, maybe maybe these guys who look like corpses could be like a whole nother thing. Similar thing. Yeah. Honestly, like, you could give them interesting abilities for each of them. Genuinely, there's a lot you could do with this idea. So yeah, I'm just showing off these guys. Oh yeah. She would be controlled and then this guy would emerge from her. Yeah. Found in a carnival, found in abandoned schools, woods. Yeah, this guy's kind of cool. Oh yeah, this guy would be found in the woods. Oh yeah. I think the body horror and psychological horror are the two main things I want to hit with this game. Because I feel like those would be the most important things to hit with this game. You know? Terrifying and grotesque transformations, but also dread and paranoia stalking you. Did you make the right choice? Are you sure you made the right choice? Are you sure you picked the human and not the entity? Because every time you pick wrong, you have to fight them. And these guys are merciless. And I mean it, they are completely and utterly merciless. They will not back down until one of you is dead. Some of them are mandatory, but most of them aren't. If you can guess. But they will make it tricky. Like, okay, you have to fight either way, but if you guess it wrong, you have a massive disadvantage. If you guess it right, you have a big advantage. So yeah, make sure to keep out for clues. Like, if they look slightly off, then then they might be an Elder One. So yeah. You need to keep your wits about ya in this game. Okay. And most importantly, keep a calm head. There's an absurd amount of slides I made for this. This is gonna be a long video. Yeah, I love this game right here. Shame it doesn't get talked about more. Like, well, this one, you know? Okay, you know what I meant. Oh yeah, my brother made that idea. Yeah. Yeah. Like, honestly, I haven't decided on some of the solid mechanics. I know it's going to be RPG based. Maybe there could be an element system, like a couple different elements around. Oh, that's my brother playing Silksong in the background, if you're wondering. Honestly, maybe different elements, different types of attacks, like ranged attacks, status attacks, and just physical attacks. Maybe different types of, like, elements you can use in conjunction with those types of attacks. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that would probably work. Yeah, I think that could genuinely work. I just have to figure that out. You know, maybe there's like a group of elements or status effects, and certain elder ones are weaker to certain statuses, you know? Probably, like, think Pokemon logic. Not exactly, because I don't want to get sued, but, you know, think I'm on those lines. Just a simple set of elements where one is weak against the other and the other is weak against one, you know? Oh. Each has their own weakness. Each of these guys have their own weaknesses, strategies, and movesets. Winning this game would take more than just like sleuthing skills, and would take more than sleuthing skills and, you know, luck. It would take I think this game would probably be similar to a test of endurance. How long can you last? Obviously, it won't be a literal test of endurance, but, you know, how long can you take before needing to heal? Or, you know, rest? Because healing is a very limited resource in this game. Like, I don't want this game to be absurdly difficult. I don't want it to be like fear and hunger levels of difficulty, but I do want it to be more Final Fantasy levels of difficulty. Where it's like, yeah, it's hard, but it's far from unfair. Not saying that Blood and Fear and Hunger is unfair. Wait, what am I saying? Yes, it very much is. That's kind of the whole appeal. But I just don't want this game to be flat out unfair. I mostly wanted to strike a balance between very difficult and very difficult. Well, very difficult, but also fun. You know? The best games are difficult but fun, like Hollow Knight, Silksong, Undertale, Deltarune. Those are some of my favorite games, and they are brutal. I'm not even exaggerating. Have you played those games? They're insane. But yeah, each of these guys could have varying designs, varying mechanics, and yeah, again, paranoia, blood horror, those are the things I want to strike with this idea. And again, I would use these designs mostly as inspirations. So yeah, each of them could, each design would probably be like nightmarish. I mean, look at this one. That'd be nightmarish to see in an RPG. Legitimately, like, some of this stuff. Man, if this ever were to come to YouTube, it might have to. It would probably get some level of demonetization. Like, the game itself, not the video. Like, each of these would probably have some restrictions, mostly just because of how horrifying some of it would be. Not that I intend that, I'm just saying it probably will happen. I spent forever drawing these guys. Like, it took way too long. But yeah. Oh yeah, this guy. He'll be the main antagonist. Oh yeah, this version of Starved. One I made. Alright, next up is the abandoned village. There's surprisingly less people, but that means higher chance for more entities. Surprisingly, that first area was probably the most packed with entities. You know? I think I got a little too ambitious with this game. With this slideshow, I mean. Honestly, it's kind of insane. Like, look at all of this. So many slides. I feel like this could actually crash somebody's computer if they weren't careful. Like, you know, if someone had a bad computer and they tried to just load this, their computer would explode. Like 600 slides, each with several images. Like, whew, I feel bad for anyone that would try to open this with a not so good computer. Not that anyone could or would. I'm just saying the hypothetical. Would, yeah. Again, like, each of these entities, again, unique designs, unique personalities, but you might be wondering, what are their goal? What are their goals? It's simple, actually. They want to invade and conquer. They want more vessels. And the simple reason for why is, well, that's not explored. Now, they need more vessels to manifest. That's how they invade realms. Like, each realm they invade, they get stronger and get more vessels. Like, so yeah, the more vessels they have, the more worlds they can invade. I want to keep some of their stuff vague, like their true forms. This is mostly just the vessels you can see of them. Like, I don't want it to be revealed what their true forms actually are. I just want them to be, like, vague. Like, you'll know why. You'll know their motives. You'll know, like, you'll know their motives. You'll know where they're from. And you know what they want. You'll know what they want. You'll know what they're from. And you'll know what they can do. Well, at least part of what they can do. Like, other than that, I want to keep it vague, because it's not scary if there's a clear-cut explanation. Not to mention, that's just kind of how Lovecraftian and Eldritch stuff works. It's unknown. It's hard to tell what is what in an Eldritch story. Like, the whole thing with Cthulhu is that trying to decipher him will turn you mad. It will literally drive you to the point of insanity trying to comprehend an eldritch god, because that's the whole point. Lovecraft was the first clickbait if you think about it. They said he wouldn't be able to believe it or comprehend it. Yes, I stole that joke from Josh Scorcher. But yeah. I'm also going off of his video on eldritch beings, and I think that his video for the best ones holds up. Like, I'm using that idea to, think of stuff for this. Like, a theme of the unknown. A fear of the unknown and the powerful. Like, a fear of the divine would definitely play a big part in this game. Just beings that are weird and bizarre that you just can't understand. They don't seem to follow logic at all. They merely exist to conquer. They want your world and its inhabitants so they can conquer more. Again, it's unknown why they even conquer. Is it for survival? Is it purely for the thrill of it? You don't know. And I intend to keep it that way. Like, you could come up with your own answers if you want, but I'm not going to confirm or deny those answers. If I ever make the game and it gets popular, I wouldn't want to give any direct answers, basically. Because where's the fun in a direct answer? Especially in a game about the unfathomable. About beings you can't understand. The beach area could probably involve a lot of water and beings from the depths. You could do a lot of cool undersea creatures as hosts, you know? That would be cool. I probably would do that, you know? Oh yeah, one inspiration I have for some of these designs, at least I would be Broken Finger Paradise and his animations. Like, I would genuinely look at those animations as inspiration. Like, those are terrifying. You ever watch that dude? His shorts are terrifying. Like, they might actually give you nightmares. Like, genuinely. Like, I know it gave me some nightmares. Like, seriously. To quote Maximilian Pegasus, where do these guys get their ideas from? I'm sorry for my horrible impression. But basically, um, uh, yeah. His stuff is terrifying. Check him out. He's good. I would use it as an inspiration, you know? If you're trying to make a horror game, which I heard he is, good for him, I would genuinely go down this route. I would go down the route of looking at his stuff, you know? Oh, yeah. A reoccurring mission idea is the Starved Elder one. Reference to Starved, of course. Taking multiple vessels and trying to devour as much as it physically can. Okay, the last area, well, the second to last area is the Snowy Mountains. Where frostbitten entities, ghosts, and corpses lie. There isn't much life, and the life that exists wants to kill you. They want your death. They either want your death or your body, but they're not going back to their realm. That's a certainty. Just try to avoid the fate of ending up in their realm. Like, until you have to. Like, you can't end up in that realm, but if you do in universe, you are slowly going to turn into one of these elder beings. Oh yeah, most of these elder beings might be former humans. I mean, they might be. You don't know. Like, they could be. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they... Like, you know, that would raise a question. How many of these entities were there from the start? And how many of them were just humans turned into nightmarish entities? Like mere mortals that were warped and twisted beyond any type of recognition. Poor mortals that were simply desecrated and corrupted by the insanity that is the realm of madness. Like, you probably would want to live in this world. You would not want to live in this world, like, especially in the realm of madness. Like, that place, many would consider it a fate worse than death, ending up in the realm of madness because of just how cruel its environment is and just how cruel the beings existing within it are. Okay, that got a bit dark, but it's a horror game. Kind of the point. So yeah, now for the final area, the Realm of Madness. The game would get much, much harder. Oh yeah, these guys. You'll find them in the background. This game gets much harder at its finale. The entities become more unforgiving. There are no people. It's just these nightmarish entities wishing for your death. Beings that will stop at nothing to grab your body, to use it as a host. They've been trapped in this realm for who knows how long, and they want out. More continuations in the Starved Entity saga. You have to continually chase it around, find it, and fight it. Each time it'll get more hungry and more aggressive and less forgiving, eventually ending in the abandoned tower. This is a background Easter egg, but yeah, that mission would probably be pretty hard, but definitely fun. The final part, the terrifying entities that exist within the darkest depths. Oh yeah, this dude, he would be an ally. He would be a fellow hunter. This guy returns for one final showdown, and you kill him. And this guy claims to be the leader of the Elder Ones, but that's not the case. Here are some common enemies that would appear throughout the game. Like, these dudes. But yeah, they would appear as common enemies throughout the game. And here are some civilians. Like normal civilians that you might encounter. And then more elder ones that would appear. Some secret bosses over here and here. Like, okay, we're almost done. This took forever to make, I'm sure you can tell. But I am definitely proud of this slideshow. How much time did I have back then? But yeah, this would be the second to last boss. This would also pretend to be the final boss, these two. But then you would meet the king. This would be the true final boss. The All-Father. The one behind it all. He would just sit in the center of the realm of madness. After beating him, he spares your world. But he promises you that others won't be so lucky. So, did you win? You technically beat the final boss. He's not invading your world, but you didn't stop him. You didn't kill him. In fact, he's more determined than ever to try to bring an end to worlds. So you definitely won. But did you really win? You've basically doomed all other worlds except for your own. Do you consider that victory? I'll let you decide.